Good morning, friends. Today we'll learn about the tools of direct democracy. Direct democracy is basically the direct involvement of public in the lawmaking process. So there are four tools of direct democracy. We'll discuss all the four tools. But before discussing the four tools, we need to know two things. The first thing is electorate, and the second thing is representatives. We all know electorate. Electorate is collectively the voters in any constituency is known as electorate. Representative are the leaders representing those people. So these two terms I will be using, electorates and representatives. So now let us start with referendum. Referendum is a lawmaking process in which the parliament refers to any proposed legislation to the general public. So it is the flow of proposed legislation from parliament towards public for their voting. Parliament makes a law. It proposes to the general public, asks them to vote on this law. If they vote in favor, the law is passed. If they vote in against, the law is dropped. So this is the process of referendum. Now the initiative. Initiative is similar to referendum but reverse process. It is a reverse process. Like in initiative, public through their representatives or local leaders, it proposes a legislation to be passed in the parliament. So parliament makes laws on that. There is no voting involved because public itself is the proposer of that legislation. So there is no voting. That is initiative. Initiative basically is direct command of public to the parliament that listen, you are the law making body and we want this law to be passed. So kindly formulate a law and pass it so that it can make to a rule. It can be made to a rule. This is initiative. Now after initiative we'll know plebiscite. What is plebiscite? Plebiscite is not a lawmaking process. Neither there is flow of instructions from public to parliament or parliament to public. It is basically a method of obtaining public opinion. Plebiscite is basically what? Method of obtaining public opinion on any matter. So if a parliament or law making body of a country wants any issue to be discussed in general public, it proposes that issue. It tells that issue that this is the issue we are facing. Now we want the general public to tell about their opinion. These opinions can be clubbed. By clubbed I mean these opinion, like one or more people can have similar opinion about the resolution of that issue. So these opinions are clubbed on the basis of majority of people. For example, like 70% people want this procedure to be adopted, 20% people want this procedure, let us say procedure 1, procedure 2, and 10%, only 10% people want procedure 3. So by majority 70% of people want procedure 1, so procedure 1 will be adopted to solve that issue of public importance or national importance. So this is plebiscite. Then now what is recall? Recall is not a law making process, it's a law curtailing process. Like what? Like in recall, public can strike off any piece of legislation or any representative. for like if a law is passed and it is not working as it should be, or it is outdated, or there is some fault in that, so there is a process of amendment. But if the fault is beyond amendment, it cannot be corrected by amendment, and public is empowered to recall or strike off this legislation. Now, in India we don't have that power. That power is only with the parliament of our country, and up to some extent Supreme Court. These are tools of direct democracy. We are not enjoying direct democracy, we are enjoying the indirect democracy, like representative form of government. So these are tools of recall, these are tools of direct democracy. So similarly, like in the case of legislation, if there is a representative who is elected or appointed to a government office and he is not working good, he is not working as he should be, and he is whether he is corrupt or he is inefficient, then public can cancel his membership or remove him from office. This is recall. So I hope these four terms are clear. Now